How big is that thing? That's a question I get a lot, when it comes to the size of the table for my slot car track. And the answer is, well, it's complicated. Hello again, race fans, and welcome back to the channel and a video addressing one of the FAQs, or frequently asked questions we get on the channel, which is what size is the table for the slot car track? And that's not something that I can easily answer in a comment, at least not in its current configuration. I can't just say, oh, it's 16 by 20 or 20 by 24 or whatever. It's got a very irregular shape, and so the best way to describe that would be in a video. Here's a dimensioned engineering drawing of the current configuration, and you can see that it does have an irregular shape, and again, difficult to describe in a comment. So I'll share some details. The majority of the square footage comes from these 4-foot by 8-foot tables that we constructed. Looking back at the plan view, you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And then we've got the table extensions. 2 of those are 1 foot wide by 8 feet long, and another is 1 foot by 4 feet. And that way we can extend a table, either the long edge or the short edge, an extra foot if we need it. So back to the plan view, you can see where those 2 8-foot extensions are located. And lastly, that 4-foot extension is over here on the right where the hairpin turn is. Now, because we have this 8-foot extension in between the 2 tables in the middle, and we don't have one on the adjacent table over to the right, it then creates this 1-foot offset down here, this weird corner. And of course we also have, a weird corner up in the right side also, thus the need to explain this visually. Now, with all that being explained, it turns out it's more practical to describe the size of the table in terms of square footage instead. So with the 5 4x8 tables plus all the extensions, the area comes out to 180 square feet exactly. Now, it really surprised me when I was trying to find something like to compare it to 180 square feet, and then realized that, that's the same as a 12 by 15 foot room. And so if you were to rearrange the tables, it would take up every square inch of this space right here. And that's kind of crazy to think about, especially because down in the basement where it's wide open, you really wouldn't think so. Oh, and also, for those about to ask, the overall track length is about 126 feet. And just a couple other quick things I should mention. Now, the table that has that offset, this is the one that's also raised above the rest of the layout a few inches, and we do that with just these blocks, 4x4 blocks underneath the 4x4 legs. By the way, if anyone's looking at this and they're kind of confused about the track layout, why it seems like it just starts and stops, this section right here is just placed to show that this is where the track goes under the table, the subway there. So the track actually does run all the way through. We just have that block in there to show that that's where it goes under the table. And hey, as usual, thanks for watching. Don't forget to take time out to have some fun. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if not already, and we'll see you at the finish line.